After we establish a good strong base in our stance with those certain set of definites, we move on to our launch, or what's called a negative move. We must get something going back to excel ourselves forward. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the swing starts from the ground up. So I'm going to start explaining the load or the launch or the negative move from the ground up. Okay, so I'm going to drop the bat. Now, when we load with our lower half, okay, remember that definite, our knee must stay inside of our back foot. We must sink down into our hips. If you watch I do a lot of video analysis with a lot of professional players. If you watch, they literally sink down and take their belly button or their back pocket. They take their belly button to the catcher or their back pocket to the pitcher, sinking their hips, coiling around their backside. It's very, very hard for amateur hitters to understand this, but if we break it down very, very simple, make them drop the bat, a lot of kids pick up on it really quick. Now, when teaching this, a couple of things you need to pay attention to is that when we're loading or coiling our backside, okay, we don't want our kids to get all that weight on our backside. This causes some deficiencies in the swing, which we'll go over later. We also don't want this back knee to get outside of our back foot. Remember that definite from the beginning, that holds true throughout the whole swing. We never want our back knee to go outside of our back foot. Even when we coil in, it stays in, loading up on our backside. Almost staying 50-50, but you should feel all of that tension in your back hip. Coiling up like this allows us, as you'll learn later, to create the proper swing progression, allowing us to have as much power through the baseball as possible. After we establish how to properly load with our lower half, we move on to our upper body. Again, the swing starts from the ground and works its way up.